Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Italian, and welcome back to Carto. This is Act 24, where we last left off. We found husky puppies, so everybody gets their wish. And I looked it up on a walkthrough on what I need to do with this. So, you need to be like so. You need to move, because you're in the way. And you need me to be like that, and you need to be moved as well. You need to find you. So I'm looking for a hat. Okay. I'm going to leave it at that, because I need to be on here. Now you need to be moved, because you're in the way. And you must be like that. A hat! And that goes to the snowman. I also learned if I hadn't grabbed the snowman's head when I did, I actually would have probably missed out on the snowman. Actually, come to think of it, why do I need you set up like that? Okay, the snowman's not here. Must be up here. Where's the snowman? And why did I need the L up here? Because according to the walkthrough, I needed the L up there. Well, whatever. Finished snowman buddy. A happy fashionable snowman. And I just... Oh. Somehow I don't quite think I... Yeah, I think I'm missing a couple pieces. More than a couple. Now the only question is, why did I need that? Oh well. Goodbyes are all done. Are you ready to sail? Off to the wild blue ocean once more. Take care of those pups, everyone. I hope the storyteller knows we're somewhere where we can get above the clouds. Okay, we finished chapter 9, and chapter 10, I think, is the last chapter, according to the walkthrough I was looking at. Like, we want to go down, right? Yes? It's over here, yes? No? Check the tab. It is up here. Welcome back, girls. It's always nice to see you. How can I help? We need to get above the clouds since Carto's granny can't land her airship. Who's what can't land there, huh? Sorry, it's a long story. Maybe you'll read about it one day. Do you know of anywhere that's tall enough we can get above the clouds? Actually, the top of the story chalet goes pretty high up. But it's just a small house. It might appear that way, but you'd be surprised. I once found myself on the very top floor. There were no books up there, but the view is breathtaking. Wow, okay. Can you show us how to get up there? I'd be happy to, young miss, but I haven't reached the top floor again since. This can be a complicated place, I'm afraid. Though I can show you what I know, please follow me. Ah, here we are. This looks more like the basement than the top floor. Yes, it's just the basement. But let me regale you a moment. It was a normal morning many moons ago, and I was doing my rounds at the chalet. Reading the newest chapters, feeding the spiders, that sort of thing. I was still half asleep and wandered to a door I didn't recognize. Before I knew it, I was rocking upward, and it spilled me out on the top floor. That sounds more like a dream you had. It's always a possibility, but I spent the entire day up there, and my sunburn was very real. It had the most glorious views of the forest. I'd never been so high up. I've hoped to find my way back there ever since. With the smarts of you gals, I bet we can figure out how. I'm not quite sure that story adds up, but it's the only lead we have. Let's look around and see what we can find, Carto. Well, the door was allegedly in this room, but the clues could be anywhere. Now, where was that door? Mother's reach. The strength of a tree is measured by the growth of its roots, as they say in the wildwood. And the mother tree is the strongest of them all. When fully grown, the mother's tree root system extends across the entire world deep underground. This growth process takes roughly 1,000 years, based on the sapling used to spur her regrowth. The ups and downs of the story chalet. A rarely seen door allowed a scant few story tenders access to the observation deck. Someone scrawled a message across the page. The top floor is real, and I found the way there. I don't have enough space to fully explain, but this should get you started. Good luck, future story tenders. Small scroll of paper flutters down. Well, let's check for anything else. Message in a beetle? The spotted sand beetle wove its way through the burning desert sands on an assignment from the captain of the water seekers. It bore a message that a new oasis had been found, that it was time for the rest of the tribe to join the seekers. This particular species of beetle could absorb the harsh rays of the sun, channeling them into an energy to power its sand-shoveling mandibles. Its natural predators include the prancing asp, the luminescent fox, and Polson's tarantula, but it evaded them all. The beetle arrived just in time as the tribe's water supply dwindled and enjoyed a reward of candy cactus nectar for its troubles. Okay. Oh, wait. I want to go up here and read this. The little cartographer had just barely missed her granny at the iceberg, but she knew she was close. All she had to do now was to find somewhere tall enough to get above the clouds. They headed back to the story chalet, short as it was, or was it? Perhaps we should start with some light reading. That was definitely the last room I was in. Oh, this was definitely the last room I was in before I was whisked away. Okay. So this is the last room. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. I'm pretty sure we need the mountains part for a future part. Okay, let's go back and check this. So the mountains and it looks like a tombstone. Okay, there. So these two have to be in a certain area. Good to know. Okay, so that has to be there. at it! That's the door, you found it, let's go! Woo, come on, Carto! Oh wait, something just triggered. Neverwinter naps. Now, the legend of the iceberg involves a miraculous drink called Neverwinter. Created by a mixture of several types of ice and local herbs, Neverwinter puts its drinker into a deep hibernation. In this way, they can sleep through winter safely, until being awoken by the first light of spring. The recipe has been lost to time, though local mixologists have always been experimenting, hoping to rediscover it. Husky business. The first settler of the iceberg was merely a child, lost and adrift at sea, separated from his people. Upon his arrival, a pack of huskies took great interest in him and nurtured him as one of their own. They taught him how to hunt, communicate with the other dogs, and keep himself warm. The settler swore he'd find a way for future generations to have the support of the huskies whenever they were needed. I just want to see if there's any... Ooh, yes, right here. The mystery of the speedy sheep. The grasslanders had started to notice that their sheep had become unusually fast as of late. They strayed far from their shepherds and devoured cabbages at an alarming speed. After some detective work, the grasslanders determined that rubber plant seeds had been spread around town somehow. The last sources of rubber in their region were used to manufacture magic boots, but hadn't been seen in decades. But the grasslanders were glad to have new seed samples to cultivate, and soon their sheep were back to a reasonable speed. Ahem. A distant missive. Kalan and her forgetful husband, Gata, were missing their son more than usual that day. Gata was out strolling in the shores, as he often did before getting lost. But that day he found a bottle sitting on the north pier, as if it had just been left for him. It had a message inside, and he was so excited that he managed to find his own way home. His wife removed the message and unfurled it, and immediately burst into tears. "I'd recognize this handwriting anywhere," she said. "My son wrote this." Their son's heart-filled message had crossed the ocean somehow, and arrived just when they needed it most. Aww. A volcano point of view. Visitors are often taken aback by the intensely positive attitudes of those living on the slopes of the volcano. Its inhabitants claim not to fear death, allowing them to take constant risks and live happy, robust lives. Research shows that living on the volcano results in a much higher sulfur content in the blood of those tested. This sulfur worms its way into the brain, damaging the fear-sensing portion of the frontal lobe. Oh dear. Ignorance is bliss, perhaps? Oh no. The goat attraction. After the eruption subsided, the Palmer family rode goats to the mouth of the volcano to survey the changes. The cooled lava rock had created a series of tunnels and slides as far as the eye could see. Dare they ride their ghosts down the slides, they wondered. And thus, a new world-famous attraction was born at the luxurious Lava Lodge. Read all the stories in this... Oh. Story Chalet. Well, of course. At any rate, I wasn't sure if I'd get another chance to. I didn't want to miss out. Anyway, let's go! Is that Mother? She's a big tree now, with glowing leaves. Whoa, I've never been this high up. Is anyone else dizzy? My, it's just as magnificent as I remember. And who would you get a load of that tree? Though I'm sorry, girls, it looks like we're still below the clouds, even up here. Don't worry, Carto, we just need to get a bit higher. How about on top of that enormous tree? It's hard to tell, but it looks like it goes even higher up than we are now. And maybe it's still growing? I say it's worth a try. I'm going to stay here and enjoy the view for a bit. Who knows when I'll find my way back up here again. Thanks for the help, Mr. Storytender. Come on, Carto, let's make a tree and visit that tree. But first, I want to explore around this area. Ancient typewriter ink. This ink looks a bit sad. Yeah, that's probably did get it. Ancient typewriter ink. This ink looks a bit dramatic. Ancient typewriter ink. This ink looks a bit funny. And wouldn't you know it, I forgot my sunscreen. Ah well, burn baby burn. That tree is just across the forest. Well, down we go again. Ready to go? Yep. Best of luck on your journey, girls. And thank you for helping me find this place. I'll never forget it again. Time for some elevator action. Welcome back, beardless messengers. Mother's been expecting you. She told me to gather everyone here and that the time for family has come. Mother says to thank you for your help in her rebirth. And now it's time for her to help you. You may enter her embrace. Lend Mother the energy of the land and she will take you where you want to go. Well, thank you very much. But first, this is going to have to be curtain call. If you enjoyed the show, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you know if I upload a new video. Until then, that is for me. Bye-bye.